What's going on, everybody? DeVito back in the PU verse today. I apologize in advance. I'm still fighting this cold, so bear with me if I cough and hack into the mic. I am sorry. We're going to do something that I've never done before until last night, and that is we're going to go do some salvaging / scrapping. I jumped in to the PU with a couple buddies last night, and I didn't do any kind of recording. Probably should have, but we were in the Reclaimer. That was a lot of fun. I understand why people like that ship now, and this is very kind of, in a funny way, therapeutic. And so, I went in and I melted the Taurus from the video I was making the night before because cargo hauling is jacked up for me right now, other than accessing the freight elevators. Those are fine, but if I go on planet side, usually I have serious issues. So I went ahead and melted that, and I grabbed the MISC Fortune, and I've used it once this afternoon, kind of messing with it just to learn the gameplay for myself, other than the actual like scrapping itself. And, yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. So we're just gonna jump right in, and it's gonna be night. We're gonna make a few dollary dues, if you will, and we're just gonna relax. It's Saturday night, trying to get over a cold. I don't want to talk a whole lot, honestly. I'll talk a little bit, but I'll try to reduce my rambling as we go in. I will explain the mechanic once we get to that point. But for now, let's get takeoff going. We'll get a mission selected. We'll get moving and grooving. One thing about MISC ships, if you remember, I like to fly RSI a lot, and RSI has like struts. This is the MISC ship, so you have no MFDs, nothing. It's all up here. You kind of see on the HUD display, there's like I'm going to call it a 49-inch HUD, so to speak, up there with all your displays. That's it. So you have a really good view of what's going on around you in this thing, which is always nice. Guess I didn't have my engines on. Let's get it. It is kind of weird flying this thing just without seeing any kind of like bezel, so to speak. It's empty. But it's nice. Alright, let's grab mission. So with the salvaging missions, they actually cost you money. You'll see fees over here on the left, excuse me, and the benefit to these are the fact that you just make more money than what you're actually paying out. So you gotta have a little bit of capital to spend. You can see I've got 161,000 down here, so got plenty to mess around with. And right now, since I haven't done any of these missions before, all I've got is anvil arrows to scrap. So it'll be a little monotonous at first, just scrapping anvil arrows, but it'll be good. 38 GM, yeah, we got a little bit of a ways. I'm gonna lie to y'all. Good for you. You don't have to wait, because I'm gonna crop all this crap out in post. So we'll see you when we get there. Welcome back. There is 3 parts to salvaging. So when you press M on the Fortune or the Reclaimer, you get the different parts. So you have the tractor module up in the top. Right, you can see the arrow on my HUD pointing to it. You have the 2 options. So you can scrap the exterior, and then you can fracture the entire ship. If you want to make UEC, then you want to strip it before fracturing it. And then if you have a larger ship, once you get into the bigger contracts that have cargo space, before you do anything, you can actually jump off and like take their cargo. So this thing doesn't have a lot of cargo space, so you can't really do anything with it. But if you have a Reclaimer, you can store pretty much till your heart desires. And then another cool part about this is, hello. All right, well that's being stupid. Sorry guys. Nothing. It literally just did what it wanted it to do. The other part is you can actually take modules off in the ship. So if I wanted to rip, okay, yeah, there's a repeater. If I wanted to detach this and I wanted to actually, you know, later on in the game, if you need, you know, missiles or something, or some of your buddies need missiles and you are where there is not a space station to rearm, could be useful. Or if you're penny pinching on a budget and you just really need all the money you can get, go ahead and strip them off and take them. You just gotta have the storage for them. Alright, so you will see it's pretty easy. You just kind of an AoE effect. You just melt this thing, man. Alright, let's fracture this thing. So Alt W, you'll see the fracturing at the beginning. And I didn't actually get that one very well. We'll have to kind of move around, scoop all of this up. But you can see it is scooping. It's half a 1 SEU. See the missiles and the parts of the ship that I can actually take. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much how you do salvaging. Now, it's part 1. Now you have these little MFDs back here. It shows what cargo that you have. So I don't know why it's cut off, but you have recycled composite materials here. You can come in here and I can actually craft using the same materials that I just pulled off. You know, things, right? So I can do multi-tool, tractor beam. I can do a SRT attachment. I mean, you can kind of see here everything that I can do. Canisters. And then the depot, you can actually eject the cargo once you have enough. Looks like I have maybe two SEU. Once you have enough, you can actually eject them onto the external cargo container. So before we do that, we're going to go do 1 or 2 more of these just so we get enough. And then we will push them onto the external part of the ship. But it's pretty cool, pretty simple gameplay. I can do an Eclipse, it's 20k. Terrapin. You know, I don't know how beneficial this one will be, so let's go figure out and learn. Alright, we're back. We are closing on our Titan, not our Titan, geez, our Eclipse. Oh, such a pretty ship. So sad we gotta strip it. So you can see our depot target yield over on the right of our HUD. This one, the actual readout is actually working too, so you can see how much we have left in this area, and it's actually going all the way through. Matter a fact. Why is it regenerating? What's going on? Ah. Well, that's what's going on. Alright. We will be back after these messages. And we're back. Sorry for the fun little disconnect there. I was wondering why the ship decided that it was just wanting to regenerate. I mean, I was okay with it if it was just going to keep loading me up with SCU and I didn't have to go spend more money on other fees, but hey, you know. Some get that lucky, some don't. And we will just strip this thing down like normal. Yeah, that fracture was wasn't the greatest. Alright. Depot's gonna have 9 SCU in it. Not bad for 2 ships. Make sure we didn't miss anything here. Doesn't look like we did. I'm not seeing anything, so that one is done. I might actually swing over here, get some QT fuel, and I'm going to sell this. So when it comes to selling, I don't know the best places for selling and how to really properly quote-unquote sell. So that's something that we're going to have to figure out and learn. But if you come into here, yeah, so you have 4.92 of construction material and 4 of SEM. so assuming I do this correctly. So, how many boxes did we just fill? Do we have to do that per box, I wonder? Let's see, looks like it. Okay. I think it just glitched, honestly. Alright. So we should be full in terms of what I can currently sell. So let's track. I have spent 40K on missions. I've got 6 boxes and 6. Alright. So I'm full. I spent 40K. Oops, that was the wrong button. So ArtCorp, Hurston, those are going to be your best place to sell. From what I've heard, ArtCorp is the way to go. So we are going to jump to ArtCorp, and we're going to see what it sells for. My little boxes, please be worth something semi-decent. I'd be so upset if I ever can get in here and these things only sell for all of like 10K. Somebody is in a Polaris taking off. $5 says it's a single person. Alright, let's get us a little landing pad. Look at that little small hangar, baby. Throwing that out. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We got lucky. We got lucky, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. Cargo is in. Let's move it to the warehouse. And it's in area 18. 40, yeah, it's really not worth it, I don't think. So recycled material composites is what you get. Construction material, that was from the actual like fracturing. The food was worth 345. So that wasn't even really worth picking up, but it was free, so 14.8. So 60K is all I got off of that. So I'm at 171, and to be honest, I'm pretty sure that's where I started with this. So Debunked. If you are a player that has a medium-sized ship for cargo hauling, you can make a lot more money. A lot more money hauling cargo. However, if you were just chilling and you don't have, you know, a bunch of money to blow on a spaceship, then the Fortune could be fun. You know, 60k minus the 40. So yeah, I mean that. Honestly, that's hard to justify. Actually, I would not make this my first priority, like, ship to buy. If I'm being honest, because I had to shell out 40k just to get that, so not worth it. However, that is the basic ship, right? Like those, I'm still on the like basic contracts. So maybe whenever you get into the bigger contracts where you're doing like a hammerhead or a constellation, even something like that, it might actually be worth the money. But for what I just did, definitely not. We're gonna grab a few of the, not the shotgun, I want the rifle. Well, I think that's it for tonight, y'all. I got to experience a full stack sell. And yeah, not as worth it as I thought. That's why we do these things. Now the Reclaimer probably is worth it. Let me make that correction, because the Reclaimer, you have so much that you can just throw onto it in terms of storage. I think that offsets the cost in terms of like, oh, if you're gonna go out for a couple hours with 3 people, you'll probably make a lot more money. Even though you're spending more, you're also splitting that cost. Plus, I mean, you are splitting the profit too. But I don't know how I feel about it. Alright guys, thanks for joining in. Have a good night.
Now